everyone called Bullfrog. Yep, you heard that right, Bullfrog. I'll spare you the details, but it's safe to say I have a really bad taste in guys. And in amphibians. Today, we meet two people who have a similar taste in guys. Still Blooming by Jane Hill and Silhouettes by Janet O'Neill. I'm Charlie Wrinkle, the oldest living tap dancer. I'm 92. Some of you have already noticed I use a walker. There are two ways to look at it. You can see it as a sign of your physical deterioration, or you can see it for what it really is. 4 more tap shoes. Estelle brought me here to the By the Sea care home, and I have 2 areas of expertise. I'm the oldest living tap dancer, but I also know a lot about romance. I've been married 6 times. You don't get to be an expert without a lot of research. I've been in love. The first time, I was 17. The most recent time, I was 83. He was a beast. All he thought about was boom, boom. It's a popular misconception that the elderly aren't interested in boom anymore. Causes a lot of problems here at the care home. My first husband, Alfredo, was a performer with the circus. There's just something about a man in spangled tights that's just irresistible. I knew I was destined for a career in show business. The week the circus stayed in our town, I attended every performance. Alfredo's act was the most exciting. He was shot out of a rail cannon. When the circus left, I went with them. My job in a glamorous costume was to load the cannon. Within 2 months, Alfredo and I were married. We were as happy as 2 little pigeons. Then I discovered Alfredo was unfaithful. He had several other wives in small towns. Each time I've been in love, I've had a similar reaction. Unlike love, romance lasts. I saw that smile. We romantics have to stick together. I once had a dear friend here, Eunice Wilson. She was in terrible shape. She said to me, Shirley, I just don't get it. I seem to be hanging around here, taking up space. Why can't I die? Well, this woman was quite a resource for everyone else at the care home. In her day, she was a great gardener. A few days later, I shuffled into her room. She was in her usual position. She said, Shirley, I figured out why I can't die yet. I'm still blooming. Well, I see Estelle's giving me the high sign, so it's time for my number. Hit it, Estelle. Jeff was my 3rd boyfriend. The other 2 were nice enough, but Jeff was different. Jeff was the kind of person you'd want to bring home to your parents. I'll never forget my mom saying out loud in Jeff's presence, Now, Sarah, I think you found a keeper this time. My friends adored him. Everyone thought that I should stay with him. Everyone but me. Started with a slow rage boiling inside. His voice said dead calm. Then it would start with a slap. He'd transform into this monster. He'd kick me till I was down. And I remember thinking, please hit me in the stomach. Don't hit any bones. It hurts so much more in the bones. Now there comes a point where the female victim hides the bruises because she's ashamed. I did that for 5 months. Then one day I told my mom. She said, Sarah, you forget that I know how clumsy you are. He was beating me while he hit me in the head, back and forth. I remember him saying, I just love you so much. One day I was looking in the mirror. Who is Sarah Murray? A victim or a survivor? So I ran away, far away, 1,800 and 73 miles away. No postcards, no phone calls. Sarah Murray had been reborn. Just me. That's all I needed. Then one day the phone rang. The phone never rings. How did you find me? My hands started to shake. I remember telling myself not to shake. It wasn't just that he had found me. It was that he would always find me. And the old Sarah would return. Victim Sarah, please hit me in the stomach, Sarah. So I went to the garage, got in the car, and I locked the door. In an hour, it would be over. So I turned on the ignition, a final act of defiance. Old Sarah would die. New Sarah would live. I would win.
You gotta hold it. You gotta let me say